5464 or 0816 609 2144.
Stay here with you. You are a rainbow sun. I am the lucky one. I am the lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am the lucky one. I am the lucky one. I am the lucky one. Seasons change, but you're the same. Your love is constant. You've never lost it. Your voice is calling out my name. It makes me miss you, even when I'm with you. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I'm your host on the show this morning. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and I'm here with
Wandoo Tortya
and Rita Shamiga.
And it's Monday, the 13th day of July, 2026. Hope your weekend was great, and whatever you did, you were successful with it. And the Speed Lane is where we'll talk about issues that affect our lives, our communities, and even society at large. Now, today on the Speed Lane, we are going to be talking about something like that as well, and that is personal security. When we hear the word security, many of us immediately think of the police or the military or other security agencies. While they all have their important roles to play, how about the part that depends on us? That is personal security, what we are doing for our own self. Every day, people receive strange calls, meet people they don't really know, and even share personal information without even thinking twice, or find themselves in situations that later turn out to be unsafe. Sometimes nothing happens, but sometimes those ordinary situations, things that you didn't even think much about, become dangerous situations, even life threatening. Some persons end up not even returning from places that they went to, or sometimes, some persons even end up losing their life, or even family members, whether children, people from all ages. So today we are talking about personal security. Now, you also can call in and be part of this conversation and share experiences with us. Have you ever found yourself in those kind of situations? As we talk about them going forward, you would be able to understand that maybe threatened your safety, that you would want other people to actually know about. And the number we are making use of today is 09036485868. That's 09036485868. It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, And this morning on the show, we are talking about personal security. So you can call in and share with us things that you think that people should actually know. And if you've had an experience with some of these things, you can also let us know. There are many situations that seem normal at first but deserve extra caution. There are some that some persons don't know, but there are others that have become so popular, that so many people know about, these days. So personal security, that is what we are talking about. So Rita, can you tell us, when we say personal security, what we actually mean, the direction that we are looking at today?
Okay, thank you very much once again. I am really happy to be on this show this morning. So when we're talking about personal security, just as you've said, so many people will be thinking about the military personnel, the police, the soldiers, but then while they are not there, what do you actually do to keep yourself secure from, let's say, even kidnapping and the rest of all the other things that might happen to you while you are not with the police? So talking about online personal security, you need to ensure that you are safe online, you are safe at home, you are safe, in fact, wherever you find yourself. So what are the measures you put in place, which is what you are asking? So before you go out, this is the basics. Before you go out, you should be able to tell somebody that this is where I'm going to, or this is when I'll be back, and this is who I'm going to meet, and the rest of them.
Okay.
So personal security means being aware of yourself and being alert always that this is the location you are and these are the people you are with, so that in case any second activity could actually come up, you actually have your ways to safeguard yourself.
You're ready.
And keep yourself safe, yes, from every kind of harm that might come at that particular time.
All right. It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this morning we are talking about personal security. That was Rita Shamiga, you heard. And my name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and she is
Wandoo Tortya.
So Wandoo, when we talk about this personal security, can you give us some examples, that maybe to make people just get the clear picture of what we're actually talking about when we say personal security?
Okay, personal security, as she said, is creating awareness of your own self, where you are online or even your personal surrounding. And for instance, I found myself online. I like being online. So I received a message from someone that there's a gift for me. And before I could access the gift, I should just click a link so that I can access the gift. So I was like, what is this gift? Is anything? And I remember one thing that someone told me, that anything that seems so nice, like sounds so nice, too good to be nice, I should like question it. So he was like, I should just click the link. I have a prize. They have a prize for me. A phone is a brand new phone for me. So once I click this link and fill my personal informations, the phone will be handed to me. So I went to my brother. I was like, he should help me to check and see this. Is it true? Because it sounds so real, and it was like something that I could get it, but it was too real. So it sounds nice. So I told him, and he checked the this thing. The man was like, he's from fashion company. He claims to be from the fashion company. I want to just assist people online, help them, and get something. So I showed it to my brother, and he was like, no, this is scam. It's not worth it. That the information, once I fill my information there, they can get access to my account. They can also hack my account, my social media account. So from there I was like, no, because it sounds so real, like it sounds good to be real. Yes, it sounds good to be real. So I had to question it and know that if I put my details, my information, what is going to happen? Because how does someone decide to just give me a brand new phone just like that if I fill information concerning myself? So I had to question it, and thank God I did.
Okay.
And if he was even truly from a fashion house, he would have started from his own fashion house. He would have started the goodness from
Yes,
there.
exactly.
Okay. So you also can call in and be part of the show. Number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That's 090-3648-5868. It's the speed lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this morning we are talking about personal security. You also can call in and share an experience, maybe something that was weird that actually threatened your safety and things like that, and share them with us, so to get other people to even become aware of some of these things. Now, I saw something recently where someone was almost kidnapped because she got a call that, oh, we have a package for you and we would like to deliver it to you. First, tell us your location so that we'll come and get it for you. We'll come and deliver it to you. And then she was like, okay, but usually when someone sends a package, it's like they write the details, the address you are going to and everything. So how come the person doesn't know the address and then is asking her to like reveal her own address? And the person was like, okay, this is the package and that is what the person, he just said I should call the number, and okay, it slips my mind, this and that. That was what the person told her. But instead, if she doesn't want to share her address, she should come and get it. And then they gave her an address, and although it was an unfamiliar place, she didn't think more of it and she just kept going. But all of a sudden, while in that particular place, it was getting quiet. Some of those streets, some of those areas, that is getting too quiet, and you're like, okay, but nobody even knows that I'm coming to this place or nothing like this. I did not even tell anybody that I'm coming to this place. What if something happens? Like I don't even know if it's an actual person, because sometimes when you hear about gifts, like someone, we have a package to deliver to you, like the first thing your head says, oh, somebody has something for me, and you're not thinking about whether anything might even happen out of that situation. So it was when she was already like at that place, almost just calling the person and saying, okay, I am here, before she started realizing, sometimes the thoughts just come to you, some instincts just come, and you're like, I'm in this place, it's very quiet, do I even know this person? How can I be coming to pick a package, and things like that? And then she decided to like turn back, but then she didn't go home completely. She just went far away, at least where she could find people, and then called the number again and said, okay, I'm at the junction of this place that you called me to, so you can come here and then deliver the package to me. And the person said, no, if you don't want to come, you leave it. And at that point the person was beginning to sound rude. According to what she said, the person was beginning to sound rude, and that one is suspicious, like somebody wants to deliver a package to you and they're sounding rude. And then that was how she knew that, okay, something was definitely off. She went home. Days later, she tried to, and the number was disturbing her, throughout that time. But days later, when the number stopped, she tried to call again, and it was someone else. I'm like, no, we have not done anything like this, and it's not my line. I know it's been my line. I know nothing about it, and I have not called. I didn't give anybody my phone. So things like that. Imagine what could have happened. Right? Yes. Imagine if she didn't suddenly get that instinct, like, what if something is actually wrong, because it's not clear, right? See the kind of place that it actually is, and then going to this place. Since when did delivery start meaning that you will go and meet the person, where it was, when it's not even maybe like a transport company? Because that's where I know that they actually go to pick up those items, right? When it has to do with like transport companies. So you also can call in and be part of the show. Number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That's 090-3648-5868. It's the speed lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this morning on the show, we are talking about personal security. You can share an experience. You can share maybe one that you heard happen to someone, or even you yourself, like almost happened to you, but then you were able to realize on time. And there is something else about these online things you were mentioning to me earlier, Rita. Can you share that for us?
Okay, so the other aspect of this online saga, or personal security, as you have said, that is really, really alarming, is this I must find love saga. Okay. Many people feel like it's their time now. They need to be loved. They want to be loved. They need to find somebody to settle with and the rest. And most of them resort to all this online love, maybe fraudsters and the rest of it. And it has actually gotten a number of them to a point of kidnap and maybe death, because you don't know who you are talking with or you are talking to. and suddenly the person invites you over, and you, in fact, at this point, it's the victims that give these people the permit to actually do whatever they do to them, because you are just talking to somebody for like, let's say, some weeks, and the person is inviting you over, not even in your state, outside your state, and you are going there without informing anybody about where you are going to. You don't even know the person's full name or where the person comes from. Maybe you just know the person by his nickname. How are they supposed to trace
those names that we just see online?
You just see 1 billion something funds and you are just going after that kind of person without informing people or your parents or even the people you live around with that this is where I'm going to. There are so many cases where some girls actually went to I guess Port Harcourt or somewhere after meeting somebody online for like 5 days, and you are going to meet the person, you want to know the person more. Why don't you build that relationship online first to a certain level where you can trust that person? And
I feel like some can actually take, even to my own opinion, like even 12 years, and then something can still be off about it, because if someone is out there for you, the person can maybe be keeping while doing the easy targets, and then they are still bringing you along to the point where you trust.
It's true. And people believe that they always say that good things come in strange ways. Exactly. And it is really, really, in fact, it's so strange that you just meet somebody for 2 weeks, and there was this kit maker that asked a girl that whether she has a boyfriend, and she said yes. So where did you meet this guy? She said she met him online, and they've been talking for some time now. And he asked her that, do you trust him? She said yes. So how many percent do you trust this guy? She said 100%. And we're thinking it's something that is actually growing or has reached a certain point. And when she was asked how long she knows the guy, she said 2 weeks and some days.
Okay.
And you trust this guy for 100%. And said, okay, yes. And he had to call the line. And when he called the line, the guy picked up, and they asked him if he knew this person. They had to deliver a package, and he said yes. Then they now asked him that who is she to him. He said he's smaller.
Okay.
And they said, he's smaller. So who is his girlfriend? He now said he called the name of another person entirely, and she was so pissed. So things like this, people now trust online people so blindly that, in fact, when you are telling them that take this thing slow, some of them is actually because of age. Let's say I'm 36, I'm not married, I've not found love, no settlement, this and that. So they are willing to go extra mile just to find love, just to be loved by somebody. So this love saga that is actually going on, this online love saga these days is one of the... I think it's more than just like, I think that is not it alone, because there are some people that meet others online, maybe not because of the whole love. Some it could be maybe even for business, so even job opportunities. Yes, it could be things like that also. So why go to someone's an unfamiliar place, maybe someone's house that you don't know that person, from anywhere, you have not known that person before, but then you are going to meet them at their house where they know the whole routes, they know where to find any sharp objects, they know everything, they know the people around, can easily convince them that this person is a thief, or this person is and anything could happen to you. Why not maybe a location that both of you like actually know about, maybe somewhere that there are other people, it's not like anything can just happen like that. Instead of just you're going to someone's house, at that point, if you talk about it, maybe some people will tell you that there are good stories, but what if you are among the bad stories that actually happen? Nobody knows what's going to happen. So putting your safety first is actually a plus on your part. And an event happened, I guess, last 3 years. My cousin was staying with us, so he recently came back from Lagos at that time. And according to him, he was job hunting and putting a lot of application letters at different firms. So somebody called him, and he had a smartphone. So Truecaller already told him that this person was a spam or something. And the man was just talking to him and telling him that he dropped an interview, a letter here, and he's having an interview by 6. He should come to the office, this, that, in Lagos. And he was so excited, and he said he's in Makurdi now, but when he comes to Lagos, he will definitely come. And the man was like, no, you have to come now, or else this opportunity will, that, and They now asked him that, okay, so which organization is it if I can start making my movements now? And the man called an organization that was unfamiliar to him, but he was so happy that he's going for an interview and he didn't want to check. So when he came back, my mom now asked him, and he was already telling her that he wants to travel back to Lagos, and she was like, oh, okay, so which company is that? And he now just called the name of the company that was sounding so off, and she said, okay. She just decided to check it online, and in fact, there was no feeds for that company.
Anything like that.
Yes, exactly. And when they started talking, and he was like, him too, he can't remember when he dropped any letters here, but he just wants to go.
Right.
And she said, no, don't do this.
Okay.
Call back. And when he called back, the man was like, this, you need to drop your account number now. Let us start putting you under the salary list. Wow,
especially very manipulative things like that, just to make you like hurry up and then not even think in that moment.
And he was just thrown off balance, and things like that happen.
All right, you also can call in and be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That's 090-3648-5868. Call in and share an experience. If maybe some of these people, some of these things, this situation have ever gotten to you, tell us what happened, or even someone that you know, because you never know, that information can be useful for someone else out there to not make a mistake like that. So call in and share with us. And we are also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. So you can watch live on Facebook and even leave a comment if you have something to say.
Some of the online bullying, just imagine sending sensitive photos or pictures, yes, to someone you just meet online. You are just talking to the person, and you decide the person asks of your photos or pictures, and you just send, just not minding you don't know the person, you're just chatting with the person online. So it makes you, what if there's a disagreement, or there's quarrel between you and the person, they now decide to escalate or spread.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, you are on to Gabriel Ogbu. I'm calling you from North Bank, Makodi.
All right, welcome to the show, Gabriel Ogbu.
Thank you very much. You see, I'm very excited about the subject, we are talking about. The topic, which is personal security.
Yes.
In this modern world today, a lot of persons are falling victims of one crime or fraud or the other. And it's going to be something that will educate the entire public for those who can tune up to this station. Now, the truth is, I must confess that I've learned a lot. The few minutes I've spent right now is actually a quality time.
All right.
Yes, you see, personal security is a very broad, wide, and a vast topic to talk about. Because it applies in different situations of life.
Yes.
Thank you.
All
now,
right.
On the aspect of, people calling you maybe through online or dropping you a text, or a WhatsApp message, whichever means at all, that they used to message you that you have a gift, or you have this, come and receive it in social location. The first question you should ask yourself is, do I know this person?
Okay.
Now, if you don't know the person, the question is, how eager are you to go and get that thing? You see, I have discovered from my own point of view and from my own little research I have made, that most people who fall victim of such, to me, I see them as people that are very greedy and self-centered.
Okay.
Yes, that is why you hear cases of maybe people even coming up online, opening a portal and saying, invest this, invest that, and in 30 days you'll get such amount of money in return. And a lot of people will foolishly put in their money inside. Now, I'm not saying I'm the wisest man, but the first question you should ask yourself is, what can this my meager amount of money do? Imagine, for instance, somebody, you seeing something online that says, put in, 20,000 naira and you get 200k in return. Invest 10% and get 100%. Now, as a wise person or as somebody that thinks before they act, you are supposed to ask yourself this question. If I'm putting in my 20K into this, do I know the people? If you want to make, choice of any business venture or you want to invest into something, the first thing you should ask yourself is, can I even ever have access to see these people I'm dealing with? That's one. Then number 2 is, do I trust them? Apart from do I know them, do I trust them? Now, if you don't trust them yet because you have not seen them, the question is, who are they? If I eventually get to know these people, are they people I can trust before I invest my money into such?
All right.
Please, I know I may take a lot of time, but I just have a lot to say on this very matter because it's a very
we get
topic.
Yes.
Now, you see, please permit me, because so that I can say more of what I want to say.
Okay.
Yes, you see, cases like this, I'm speaking now, at random because I don't want to be focused on a particular scenario.
Yes.
Good. Now, cases of people who are falling victim of fraudsters, especially in terms of money, money matters, is as a result of, if you trace it very well, it is part of this personal security of a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and thank God for, modern innovations that have brought, a newly introduced course in the higher institutions, which is cyber security.
Okay.
Now, for you not to fall victim of, cyber crime or cyber security, there is need for you. If you can have, a personal security on yourself, definitely cyber security cyber crime will not really act on you.
All right.
Like those who don't have personal security. So you can see that the two, they go hand in hand. So that's why I keep appreciating, the Speed FM for this very topic.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show. It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and I'm here with
Wandoo Tortya.
Rita Shamiga.
And we are talking about personal security and how you are very cautious when it comes to security for yourselves, or sometimes even when it has to do with children, all of that, because it's not just even entering the wrong vehicles. I've seen these things about maybe someone feeling like, okay, they are speaking a certain language, or the person that is driving is acting suspicious, in a vehicle, and then you don't, you are sitting right there, but then you're not moving out, you're just in there saying, okay, some persons start making videos immediately. I've seen where people survive and they start making videos immediately because, okay, now I am onto you, and start screaming. If you're maybe someone who says, no, I don't want to, I am too scared to shout at this point.
Wahala.
I don't want to cause wahala. What if it's a false alarm? I tell you, it's actually better to raise that false alarm. Or what do you think? It's not better to shout and let it be nothing than for you to notice something suspicious and then maybe you end up in a tough situation, being a victim, exactly, and the next thing people are shouting, okay, justice for this person, when you could have actually shouted at that time. So you also can call in and be part of the show. Number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this morning on the show, we are talking about personal security. So call in and let us hear from you. If you have an experience, or anything like that, you can call in and share with us so other persons can also get to know. We are also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. So you can watch live on Facebook and even leave a comment if you have something to say. Now, something else, most of these stories are there. I saw something where a man, someone shared that a man had robbers come to his house, and then yes, he was telling his neighbors, the next morning that, okay, this is how he survived, and he hid somewhere in the ceiling and something like this, and he was able to survive. And then the next, someone asked him where did you hide, and he mentioned, okay, in the ceiling, and so he was able to survive. And then the next day, guess what, they came back and they took his life. And then people around were when they found out that, okay, this is what had happened, and then in the investigation they found that it was a neighbor. Now, without even exposing what happened, what do you think of that situation? What do you think actually happened here? Asking him and then telling, oh, I hid in the ceiling. The next day they went straight to the ceiling and then got him from there, and then that is how his life just went away. If you were to, view this situation blindly without me even saying anything, what do you think of that situation?
Oh, that's a very pathetic situation. Okay, you for the first time they came and you hid under the ceiling, on top of the ceiling, and they did not know. For that's a hidden information. For me, it's a hidden information. It's not something to tell anybody, not my mom. Because what if they come at that time and you don't have, yes,
and if you notice, that's what happened.
Yes, you don't have any idea where else to hide, and they will know. They won't see you. It's still that place that you hide. So for you to go out, then tell your neighbors where you hid. It's not important for me. It's not important for you to even tell.
I hid. Yes,
I hid.
And then I feel like the man was a free-spirited human being, because for him to actually share where he hid to his neighbors, it was like trying to create awareness that in case you don't have anywhere to hide, you can hide in the ceiling. Meanwhile, the snake was just amongst the neighbors.
Exactly.
From the story, it must have definitely been that neighbor that let that man out.
I didn't want to expose that part because I wanted people to view it from a clear, without no sentiment.
So he wasn't actually supposed to say his hideout, like his hiding place. He was just supposed to tell them that this was what happened to everybody. Make sure that you lock your doors, be safe before that.
Find somewhere you can hide.
Exactly.
If you're trying to be a good person, find somewhere at least that you can hide. But at that point, you thought, well, I wanted to show how smart I was. They are just my neighbors. Nothing is going to happen. But sometimes it could be your neighbors.
Yes,
exactly. It could be your own neighbors as well. It could be anything. And then when it comes to children, children are, should we say, okay, children are innocent and they don't know as much as we as adults actually know. Meanwhile, you also can call in and be part of the conversation. Number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That's 090-3648-5868. It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and this morning we are talking about personal security. You can call in and share an experience, share something that you want people to actually know, maybe some of those habits, anything that you want people to know when it comes to personal security, personal safety. And we were talking about children, right?
Yes.
In schools, at home, those necessary information that you're supposed to maybe tell the child. Some parents, to be honest, think that, okay, they're just going to be there at any time. Like, my eyes are always watching. But imagine someone maybe offering your child food simply because, well, children are vulnerable, to be honest. But the ones that you've put that fear or you've put that education in them, for them to know, oh, if you take this one, if a stranger calls you and you go close, then you will not see your mommy again, you will not see your daddy again. I don't know, have you guys maybe heard of stories like this when it has to do with children?
Yes, we have a lot of them. There was my cousin, one of my cousins. He had never visited our house before. So when his mom brought him to the house, she left immediately. And he was hungry, like really hungry. But he refused to eat. And my mom was so worried that, why are you not eating? He said, my mommy said I should not collect anything from anybody.
Okay.
And I said, but this is your house, eat. And he refused. Do you know this boy stayed here around 6? And when my mom tried to force him, he started crying. And to neighbors, it would be like maybe they got this child from somewhere else. Why are they forcing him? So they had to call his mom to come back. And when she came, she had to introduce him that these are your cousins, so they are family, so you need to eat. You can eat here. Here you have the permission to eat. So these days, so many children don't have that awareness, like not enough awareness that this particular person or people are not all that friendly. So you need to secure yourself. Don't always take things from strangers. Before they will tell us that don't collect sweets from anybody, you turn to yam.
Exactly. These days, worse things than yam, turning to yam is actually happening.
It's actually happening. In fact, you can just collect and disappear. Nobody will find you. But most of these children are really innocent. In fact, some of them is just willingness to help. When we were much younger, I had a neighbor. So there was this old woman that carried a lot of firewood on her head, and he wanted to help her to cross the gutter. I don't know where she was going to, but they said he wanted to help her. And immediately he carried the firewood, and the woman touched him. His private part just disappeared.
Okay.
And it was not working. Something like that around that kind of area. And his mom came to our house and was crying that my mother should take him to the church. She doesn't know where to take this boy to, that the boy has been screaming since he helps that woman. until today nobody found the woman.
Okay.
The good thing is they were able to take him back to the village, and I don't know what they did, but he became fine.
All right.
So many children are so innocent that sometimes it's even their willingness to help somebody that leads them into that puts them in the situation where they will become victims,
which makes it necessary to actually educate children,
exactly,
because they're the most vulnerable. And that brings me to something else that I feel, even when it comes to like schools, right, like authorities, these children themselves, like their personal security is your own. Wandoo, go on, you want to say something?
Yes. When I was small, there was a song that I don't fully stranger somebody don't know. So in my school, someone came to come and pick a child. That when I was small, came to pick a child, and did not really know the person, because it was not the regular person that comes to pick that particular child. So they came and picked her, and they just allowed the child to go with the person. So the parent, the people that normally come to pick the child, when they came, they discovered that she was not there again, and they questioned the authority that what happened. Like they said someone else came, and
it's your brother.
Yes, it's your brother, and we are not around, like travel, so he's the one that will be picking the child from now henceforth. So that's why they allowed the child to go with him.
Imagine that situation.
Yes, it was a very terrible situation then. So they began to like search the child everywhere, contact everywhere, but they search and search. At end they could not find the child.
Imagine something like that. So children's personal security is like, maybe as the adults, we are the ones that are supposed to even take it more seriously, apart from even educating them. We are the ones that are supposed to take it more seriously, because at that point they are innocent. Anyone can just come and say, especially for maybe the children that are shy to talk, anyone just come and say, I'm your uncle, and he has convinced you, you know me, right, I'm this uncle, and the child just nods like everything, and you as the school, you just let that child to go with that stranger. You also can call in and be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That's 090-3648-5868. It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this morning we are talking about personal security. You can call in and be part of the show. Tell us maybe habits that you think should not be ignored when it comes to safety habits that should not be ignored. Personal security, if you've had an experience, something that actually threatened your safety, you can share that so people would be able to learn from that experience as well. Now, something else came to mind about this thing of letting strangers wander. Like maybe there's a particular person that was not in your area, was not in your neighborhood, and all of a sudden you have been seeing the person like every time. This man is always here, and let me just say the experience that actually happened. There was someone back in North Bank that people would see. We just started seeing him around the area, and then he would seem like he was mad. Someone that was like, we had never seen that mad person. I don't know, but areas we usually know the person that is mad in this place. I don't know if it's just where I came from, but like we recognize this one, like, okay, this one is the mad person regular that we have been seeing around this place. True. And then that particular one, we had not seen him before. All of a sudden we started seeing him. He would be there, and then later on we got to find out, with just a joke that someone made one day about you, self. Is it I only hear you're going to mad? Since when you started mad here? Hello? Hello? Yes, good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Yes, what's your name?
Well done. My name is Simon Okwe.
All right, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Go on.
I think about the security issue personal security we are discussing. This is the time for us, the good citizens of Nigeria, to go in fasting.
Okay.
Ask God to review what is the originator or originating the problem we are having about security generally in Nigeria.
Okay.
Especially in Benue State. So, like we Christian that would normally fast. I believe this is the real time we should go to God in prayer, fasting and prayer.
Okay.
So that what is the real cause of all these problems, God will review it to one or two persons to bring final solution to this problem.
All right. Thank you.
This is my contribution.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show. You also can call in on 090-3648-5868. We are talking about personal security on the speed lane this morning on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. He says prayers, carrying your spiritual level along, saying a little prayer before you even go to that place that you are not sure of. And I was sharing a story about someone that was mad, and then all of a sudden someone made a joke like, this person, you said now only here you could be mad, say, get your area, that we're all about before and all those things. And people took it serious and like, come to think of it, where you been there yourself, all those questions. All of a sudden, and then he made moves like he wanted to run. That is when people like just knew that okay, something is definitely up, because a mad person will not try to like escape or anything in that situation. And then later with investigations, he found out that okay, he was someone that was sent to like come and be hearing what is happening, so that they will plan a perfect time. I'm not going into details about what it actually was or the group that was actually sending him, and then it was them that was sending him like to come and spy and then know what is happening in that place, so that they can find like the perfect time to attack that community, to attack that particular place like that. Yes. So things like that, someone is wondering, you don't know him, but you're like, he's mad or he's not mentally stable. Like allow that guy. That's how he behaves. That guy probably has a plan that you are not yet aware of, because you're not taking the personal security, you're not taking it like seriously, you're not prioritizing it. So even when it comes to children, different places, sometimes even on the road, this thing of maybe burying your head in your phone and then not
people are always too busy these days for them to even to waver the simple or the little things that actually makes a difference in the community. Everybody is always so busy. Gone are the days when you can even know the total head count of people on your streets, in fact, plus their family members and everybody. But these days everybody is with their social media friends. Nobody wants to even talk to the other person. Everybody is busy, which is really bad.
Okay,
it's really bad.
All right, so that issue of burying your head in your phone, something is happening, you don't know what is happening, you're on the road, people have started running and you're just there, you don't even know, you turn around and then no one is there again, they have gone and left you, or something could actually be threatening to you. These things, I don't know who, someone will, when I do things like this, my friends will be asking who traumatized me, but then the moment I sight somebody on the road that it's just me and that person, it's possible that the person is also scared and thinking I'm the harm. And that is what I expect, to be honest. But all of a sudden my brain is like, okay, there is danger around, like this, but because I don't know you don't know me. And the first thing I try to do is like grab my stuff fast and then pretend like I'm not watching, but then I am watching. That situation. And some people might like to look at it, maybe it's things that have happened to you, but nothing has happened to me when it comes to some of these things. But then still, the way the world has gone,
consciousness, and it's a plus for you.
Okay, so before we go, what are actually some of those security, things that we should actually be looking at? We cannot take any calls now. I see some calls coming in, but we are almost gone. But not to worry, the speed lane will bring more of these issues, to you here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Habits that we should never ignore. One, I would say being that street smart. What is street smartness, Rita?
Okay, so street smartness is just your ability to be aware of the presence around you, the people around you, the people you live with, and not just being aware. Try to at least once in a while communicate with them, because sometimes it's through communications that you know who a person is. So
okay, Wandoo, any final thoughts before we go? Those habits that we should not ignore, like we have been saying.
Well, one of these habits is for you to not share your personal information, like the example you gave, and the man that hid under the ceiling and told his neighbor. Had it been he did not tell his neighbors, his life would have been saved. But he decided to expose his information of where he hid to his neighbors. So it's not good for us to share our information, our like personal information or things that are of important to us, to outsiders or neighbors.
Because and then not just that, we also need to we need to take things slowly, even if it's love. love will come for you. Even if it's job opportunity, it will come for you.
All right.
Yes.
Educating children, about these things they're surrounding everyone and they're surrounded. Whether it's in the market, not everyone is there to sell their ugu and stuff.
Exactly.
Even if it's in church, things happen to people in the church. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
We just have to be security conscious. And that is it for the Speed Lane this morning. I've been your host. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior. I've been here with
Wandoo Tortya
And Rita Shamiga.
Coming up next at 10 a.m. is King James 90s Top 10 right here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Keep enjoying music of your life. Until then.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5.